It's go time.
Black markets are all around us,
Should I be concerned about my security?
hidden in plain sight.
This hasn't actually ever been filmed before.
My name is Mariana Van Zeller.
Money is the root of all evil.
I'm a journalist on a mission to find my way inside.
We're heading to meet the owner of a drug operation.
Do you have a phone?
I do?
I'd like to have it.
What's happening?
What are you going to do with $19.42 million? They were billionaires before Bill Gates.
It's military grade.
Listen up.
Being superhuman is the game.
It's a massive, massive fraud.
This town was built on coke money.
Sounds like money to me, no?
No one knows what's going on behind closed doors.
Is that the uncomfortable truth, actually, is that we are a lot more like them than we like to admit. You know, they are fathers, they are mothers, they have dreams and aspirations, sometimes a lot like ours. In the majority of cases of the people that I met, it was because of a lack of opportunity, because of poverty or inequality, that led them into the world of black markets.
In which way are they different from us?
I think they're different because they do not have the same opportunities that we have. That is not always the case. Of course, there's actually a lot of bad people out there doing horrific things, and I met a lot of them, and I think the motivation sometimes vary. Some of the people that I met were purely just motivated by greed, but I would say again that the vast majority of them were the motivation was, survival.
First word that struck me was empathy. I mean, you have empathy all over when talking to these people. And I was wondering, you've never felt judgmental or at least conflicted towards this kind of...
Definitely. There were people that where empathy is huge in my, I try to treat everyone with respect, with trust, respect, and empathy. But there are always some situations that it's harder than others. So yeah, some cases it was definitely harder than others. But I would say that in the vast majority of situations, it is impossible not to sit down and listen to people's stories and not for a second be able to put yourself in their shoes and think, wait a second. Of course, I don't condone what this person is doing, but at the end of the day, at least I question myself, would I have been doing the same thing if I was given or lacked the opportunities that I was given, if I was in this person's position?
I actually wanted to ask you, do these people, the majority of these people, feel any kind of guilt or regret at the end of the day or at the end of their career, let's say like that? What did you feel?
I'm not sure if they feel guilt per se, but they do hope at least that they were doing something else. I don't think anyone is born wanting to be, an outlaw or a criminal or a drug smuggler. I think again, it was the lack of opportunities that led them into that world.
Can you give me 3 words that kind of unite this category of people, 3 characteristics that they all share?
And then in a way, resourcefulness too. Being resourceful with the hand they've been given in life. And yeah, making bad decisions as well. Again, there's a saying in the US which is hate the sin, not the sinner. And I think that's a very important one for this show.
What shocked you the most during the whole process?
What shocked me the most, I think, was just how widespread and out in the open these black markets operate. The idea that no matter how far or close we travel, no matter how big or small, how big a city or a small town we visited, that I think we'll find black markets. They truly are all around us. And also how much of an impact they have on our daily lives. I don't think we realize, but they do have an impact on our daily lives, considering the fact that half of the global economy actually falls under these informal, which are black and gray markets. They have an enormous impact on our lives. It's easier for us, again, to talk about these operators, these smugglers, and these traffickers as really being the only ones responsible for what's happening for these black markets. But we can't do that because we know that the only way that these black markets are allowed to operate is because, in large part, because of corruption around the world. Black markets have exploded during COVID, really exploded. Whenever there's an economic downturn, whenever people lose their jobs, they have to figure out a way to feed their families, they turn to black markets. So there's been a real explosion of sex trafficking, guns, scams, drugs, you name it. There's really been an explosion.
Urmărește cele mai tari show-uri integral pe protv.ro.